The history department is currently reorganizing its curriculum, and this year the first new course is the freshman course. We're spending the fall term looking at different topics in the history of science and technology, and we're currently reading a short book and doing a unit on the discovery of longitude in the 18th century, which was actually the most pressing scientific problem of the 18th century. For centuries before that, astronomers and sailors were able to calculate their latitude. So along with our discussion of longitude, we actually thought we would spend some time, along with Mr. Jacobs, talking and learning about how to determine your latitude.
So about a decade ago, we got a grant from the school. My wife and I both went to the University of Montana to take this course called The Celestial Navigation of Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark tried to make celestial measurements to get their latitude and longitude throughout their trip. Turned out they weren't very good measurements, and even now scientists are looking at these measurements and trying to piece together what they did. But we learned what equipment they used, how they made these measurements inland, because a sextant was an ocean-going device.
So we got some sextants, and we came out here on Granger Field to basically figure out if we could accurately determine Woodberry's latitude using technology that was available in the 18th century to sailors. They did not have, of course, have the technology to determine their longitude, which is what made it such a difficult problem to solve.
To make the measurement of the height of the sun, you simply shoot the sun. You take a sextant, you look at the sun, and you bring the sun down to the horizon with the handle. Thing is, if you're inland, you don't know where the horizon is. At sea, it's very easy, but inland, you have to use this thing called an artificial horizon, which is just a level pool of water, just some kind of pool of water, and you bring the sun's image down to the artificial horizon. From that, you do a couple calculations. You look at the declination of the sun for that particular day, which was well known in ancient times from the Greenwich Observatory, and that gives you your latitude. And that's what we're doing today. We're measuring our latitude. Matt Boson made up a sheet that takes the students through each steps in the calculation. I and Will Sutherland showed the students how to use the sextant to bring the image of the sun down to the artificial horizon. And between the two of us, we've gotten a bunch of measurements. It's a contest today. Whoever gets closest to our actual latitude is going to win a certificate for the fur tree.